quaint little village of yours, and I stopped at the only stop sign, and I heard all of this commotion, carrying on, screaming and gnashing of teeth, and I just fell into my investigator mode, and I had to stop and come and see what the matter was.
I guess that was me screaming.
It was pretty loud. I heard it all the way into the garage, and I was under a car.
Yeah, and it was loud enough to wake the dead.
I can't believe she said that. Preacher, you believe she? I can't believe it. So, I just followed the screams. I mean, it was only natural. I was drawn to it. It comes from years of practice. I tracked down the noise to the cafe, and well, here I am.
Marvelous, marvelous. Now, can you explain this little quirk that you have?
Quirk?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
the quirk, like you do this. You go, hello, how are you today? We're so glad you're here to help us with all these things. We put some notes in your papers, and you have pens and pencils in front of you. You're going to be part of the investigation. Oh, and did you know that our sheriff was out fishing for his supper tonight? I mean, who does that? Talking like there's someone or something out there.
Oh, yes. Well, of course. Well, you see, whenever I solve a crime, I always include them. They help me. They're amused by the process.
Who is them?
Why, the members of the other society, the high society of investigators. They're always out there. Such a loyal group. Thank you folks so much for being here and helping me.
Of course they're out there. I think he's traveling on vacation without a map, if you know what I mean.
Oh, my. Are you trying to say that I am not mentally sound? Is that what you're trying to say, lady?
No, but I think I'll just wait for the police to get here if that's okay with you.
I think we should let him help us.
Oh, who asked you?
Are you always rude, or does this behavior only surface when you're accused of murdering someone?
I did not kill anyone, honey.
Well, you seemed awfully edgy about it for being so innocent.
You see what she's doing, don't you? She's trying to shift the guilt from her to someone else. I tell you, it's her. Start your investigation right here.
Start the investigation? What? The crazy old man with the funny map? I don't think so.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Just don't expect us to believe the part about them out there.
Well, actually, it would be easier if you don't believe that they're out there, right? This is going to be a lot of fun. We should get started now, okay?
Fine with me.
Connie, what do you think?
Sure, why not? I have nothing to hide.
Oh, I'm not so sure we should start without the police here.
I think you should just leave her alone.
Well, fine. You four just sit there and stew a few minutes. I think we need to get the membership ready. Are you all ready? Are you up to this tonight? Okay. Now you should have some pencils. You should have all the tools you need. You should have pencils, and you should have the paper there. Yeah, I saw Mr. Mitchell over there coloring in the O's and the A's and the P's a while ago. So you've got your paperwork there. Now, we're going to be talking about a bunch of clues, and you've been passed some out already. Now, you should have the paper, the clues, the pencils. Now, I warn you, there's two types of clues. There's two types of clues. Now, there's the horse's mouth, which we all know is from the source and which is the truth, right? And then, of course, there's the type of clues called the grapevine. You know, I heard it through the grapevine. One of those. Well, now those aren't always the truth. So you've got to read between the lines. And of course, those of you who are successful in solving this crime will get the usual hearty handshake and the warm thank you and the satisfaction of knowing a job well done. Oh, what a night this is going to be. Let's get started.
Let's just get this whole awful experience over with.
Connie, are you sure you're up to this?
I'll be fine. But how about you?
Yeah, fine. I'll be fine.
I'm still still not sure we should start without the
Let's
police
just
here.
get going already, all right?
I'd like to start with the victim's brother.
Me? You think I killed my own flesh and blood?
Well, now I've not yet to determine that. I just need to ask you a few questions, Mr. Delany.
Well, okay, I'll do my best.
Please, for the record, state your name.
It's Frank. Francis Delany.
Francis! Who would name their boy Francis?
John Wayne's name was Marion.
Yeah, I knew that, but I also know he changed it.
Ma'am, I'll be getting to you with the questions, and I just would really appreciate if you just sit there and keep your brother mouth quiet.
Just pretend I'm not here already.
Yeah, that would
Believe me,
be
I would
hard
love
to
to.
do. Mr. Delany, I'm very sorry that I have to put you through this, but I'm going to have to, I'm afraid it's absolutely necessary to go through this.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'm just still a little bit shocked.
I'll be brief as I can, Mr. Delany. Now, what exactly were you doing before you entered the cafe this morning?
Well, I was working on Ben Davis's car, you know, changing the oil, stuff like that.
Oh, so you're employed at the garage, are you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm an employee.
And Buck, your brother, Buck was your brother, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Delany. Tell me this, did your brother work at the garage too?
Well, you might say that. He inherited the place from my old man.
Oh, so Buck was your older brother, huh?
Why do you say that?
Well, it's just known, everybody knows that the oldest of the siblings is the one that inherits the company business, or the family business especially.
No, well, you see, I'm the eldest. The old man left the place to Buck. They were thick, you know, never cared much for me anyway. But you know what? I didn't really like working at this place. I'm very good at body work. I'm a good body man, but my old man, he thought the real work was under the hood. Buck's the mechanic, so when he died, Buck got the shop and he gave me a job, you know, just to tide me over.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand. To tide you over what?
Oh, I'm going to be opening my own place soon enough, as soon as I get ahead.
Oh, so you're going to open your own body shop, huh?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I'm asking if you buy things, you buy stuff? And
What I do is, to explain it, I buy stuff at auctions and then I resell it.
Oh, okay. And you go to garage sales and buy stuff?
Excuse me?
Well, no, I'm just asking if you buy all your stuff from garage sales.
Wait, who do you think I am?
Well, I'm trying to figure that one out, actually, sir.
All right, look, I buy stuff when a company goes out of business. For example, I bought like 300 shopping carts when Albertsons bit the dust in Cape Coral. Then I fixed them up and I sold them to the new Publix that's opening up in Naples. It's kind of hard for me to do things out of a truck, so I need to get a place of my own.
I see.
You know, I'll tell you, Buck thought I was nuts until he saw how much money I was pulling into there. You know, he thought, oh, maybe it was a fluke, but, you know, not that flashing of business for him. You know, he never cared much for me anyway, just like the old man.
When's the last time you saw Buck, alive?
Oh, I don't know, it was probably around 5 o'clock last night. I was fixing up his car to get ready for the trials.
The trials?
Yeah, he was going to be running it in another dirt race to prepare for the big county showdown.
A dirt race?
You know, the county competition, 5 years in a row, big champ, big local hero.
Boy, you don't sound very impressed with all that.
Oh, I just get sick of hearing it all the time.
Well, you're not the only one.
Say that again.
You're not the only one.
But see, that's all folks think about around here. You know,
That's something we're going to have to determine, Mr. Delany, if it is your fault or not.
hey, wait a minute. You don't think that I had something to do with this? You don't think I hurt him, do you?
Mr. Delany, please tell me everything you did this morning.
Okay, like I said, I was doing an oil change. And, you know, Buck trusted me with the little stuff. I was putting a spark plug in the car when all of a sudden I heard the screaming. So I came running in here as fast as I can. I came in from, you know, the garage into the cafe because, you know, they're both connected.
You mean you go from the cafe into the garage?
No, like I said, I came from the garage into to the cafe here.
Well, is that healthy?
I don't see why not. I do it all the time.
This is a very clean cafe.
I don't think it really matters after all pieces of this.
Yeah.
I'm just about correct with you.
You know, I've had enough of this. I think you should just stop badgering Connie like this.
Frank, when are you going to admit the fact that Connie dumped you for her brother? For your brother?
You know,
Ah,
I will always love Connie.
Mr. Delany, were you and Connie involved with each other?
Yes, I loved her very much.
We will always be very special friends. Right, Frank?
Whatever you say, Connie, whatever you say.
So Miss Marshall is now dating your brother.
No, you mean was dating, don't you? I mean, they actually weren't dating, they were just engaged.
Engaged? Well, Mr. Delany, how did you feel about this engagement?
Well, terrible. I know she loves me.
Oh, really? What made you say that?
I don't really think she wanted to break up with me. I think it was Buck's idea. Everybody listens to Buck.
So let me get this straight now. My wife is going to be really impressed with this. Your younger brother inherited the family business, and then he came and took your girl away. Am I reading that right?
Wait. You don't think that I
think you certainly have a motive. I think I've got all the information I need from you at this point also. Thank you, Mr. Delany. You've been very helpful.
You don't think that I killed Buck, do you?
It sure looks that way.
Please keep your comments to yourself. We're not going to draw any conclusions until we collect all the evidence.
Well, if you ask me, this little mystery thing is over.
As a matter of fact, there are a few things I'd like to ask you.
Really? Like what?
Well, first of all, please, for the record, state your name.
Rona O'Toole.
Rona O'Toole. And how well did you know the deceased?
I knew him. Everybody in town knew him. Why?
Please, Miss O'Toole, I must have your cooperation, if you don't mind.
Actually, I don't mind. I could actually help you with this little investigation of yours. I could tell you a lot about Mr. Delany here and his simp of a girlfriend.
Hey.
I think they're in together.
Don't you say another bad thing about Connie. She's a wonderful person.
Yeah, right. That's how much you know.
Well, the best help you can give me, Miss O'Toole, is to answer the questions that I asked about yourself.
Sure, I have nothing to hide.
Yes, now, how long have you lived in Mayville?
Oh, forever it seems.
Oh, I see. And what do you do here?
The postal person. I deliver the mail, which reminds me, neither rain nor snow.
Nor murder?
Ooh.
Would a murder slow you down?
I do have a job to do.
Oh, you did a job all right. I'm my
I
brother.
did not kill anyone. Do I have to stand here and listen to this?
You've always wanted to see misfortune come to Buck, haven't you?
Would you mind if I conduct this investigation?
Well, I wish someone would.
Yeah, I'll just bet. I don't know about you folks out there. This is really a corker. But I'm getting real hard to like this postal person. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you don't let any of my objectives cloud your thinking in solving this crime. Because I'm sure I will need your help through all of this as we move forward. Now, when was the last time, Mrs. Delany, that you saw, Miss O'Toole, yeah, that's you, when you saw the deceased?
Oh, I don't know. I may have seen him yesterday. Actually, I don't really know. I don't pay much attention to him anyway.
And where were you early this morning?
I was at the post office sorting the mail.
And can anybody vouch for you?
Jordan can vouch for me.
Jordan?
My husband?
Is Jordan out there?
I don't believe this. Do you think that Jordan would be out there somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Jordan.
Right here.
Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Can you vouch for this person, please?
I think I see someone standing up.
Where?
Out there.
We should have listened to him.
Why, it's Jordan.
Mr. O'Toole?
Well, I had seen hiding her hair.
So, Miss O'Toole, you could have been here at Connie's Seaside Cafe.
I was sorting the mail, I tell you.
Yeah, and someone saw you sort the mail, I'm sure.
No, I was there alone. I have the keys. They let me open in the morning.
Oh, how convenient. So you could have been here and no one else can vouch for you.
Well, if my word is not good enough for you.
Now, in a situation like this, Miss O'Toole, I must validate all evidence. The guilty person in this stuff is surely going to try to lie out of it, for crying out loud. I'm afraid I'm going to have to secure evidence from other areas, and I do hope that if you understand and you don't take it personal.
Sure, I understand all right.
Yeah. After you allegedly, after you sorted the mail, what did you do next?
Well, before I opened the window that morning, I decided I'd come down to Connie's and get a fresh cup of coffee and a Danish.
And is that typical?
She is here most mornings.
Ah, how nice of you, Connie.
I just want the truth to come out, that's all.
I see. And in which direction did you come from this morning?
Well, I came from up there, but before I got here, I heard Connie scream and I came running.
Well, now, let me get this straight. And that was what direction?
That way, where the post office is, a block north.
Oh, and excuse me, but that one stop sign in town is right out there, isn't it?
Yeah?
Well, that happened to be where I was stopped, madam, waiting for all this traffic to go through this hick town. And you know what? I don't think I saw you out there.
Well, perhaps you missed me.
I don't think so. I'm a well-trained member of the High Society of Inspectors. Inspector. And I don't miss a thing.
Well, I'm afraid you did this time. I was right out there at the stoplight when I heard Connie scream.
Well, thank you, Miss O'Toole. I'll get back to you later, darling.
How much later?
I'm afraid this may take some time. Let me remind you that murder has occurred here, and you are a key suspect in this crime, young lady.
You know, the crime is that I came in here responding to a cry for help, and now I'm the one being held hostage.
I thought you just came in for a Danish.
Shut up, Junior.
Okay, I think we should just get on with it, don't you?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I'm planning to do. Miss Marshall, I have a few questions for you, ma'am.
Okay, but I'm not feeling very well. This is such a shock.
Oh, this will be quite a performance.
Hopefully this won't take too long.
I hope not. I just can't believe that he's gone. Who would do something like this?
Well, I'm going to remain neutral until I have completed the investigation. Now, may we continue, ma'am?
I'll do my best. This is just very hard for me.
Please be easy on her, okay?
I will do my best. Now, Miss Marshall, would you tell us about your relationship with Mr. Delany?
What, you mean Buck?
Oh, well, who else?
Well, you could be talking about Frank, after all.
Yes, Miss Marshall, you're absolutely right. You used to date him as well, is that correct?
Well, that was a very long time ago.
Uh-huh. Well, and why did you end that relationship?
I thought you wanted to talk about Buck.
Well, I know I did, but you brought this one up, so let's talk about your relationship with Mr. Frank Delany. Tell us about your time with him.
Well, Frank is a very sweet man, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Oh, really?
I just didn't love him, that's all.
But you do love, or loved, Buck Delany, correct?
Yes, I did, and now he's gone.
I realize how hard this is for you, ma'am. Just a few more questions, I'm sorry.
I'll be fine, please go on.
Oh, don't make her do this. She's been through so much already.
It's all right, Frank. If this will help find out who did this awful thing to Buck, I'll relive every horrible moment.
I'm really sorry to put you through all this.
I just need a minute to
I realize that, Miss Marshall. Now, what exactly happened this morning?
I think you put her through so much already.
I think you're right, Mr. Delany.
Do we really have to relive all this?
Yes, we must. If I'm going to get to the very bottom of this crime, I'm afraid I have to find out exactly what happened. Now, Miss Marshall, will you please tell me what time you arrived at the cafe this morning?
Well, I guess it was around 5:30 this morning. I like to have coffee and fresh rolls for the breakfast regulars. They count on that.
Isn't that special? And you didn't notice anything out of the ordinary or hear anything?
No.
And what time did you discover Bucky here?
Well, let's see. I came out here to turn on the lights after I got things started in the kitchen.
Oh, okay, so let me get this straight. So you came through here and you did not notice that Buck was dead.
Dead? Is that the word you're looking for?
You are heartless.
No, I am just in touch with reality.
I always come in. I always come in the back. I didn't notice Buck here until I came out to turn on the lights.
Okay, Miss Marshall, you own this business, is that correct?
Yes, Connie's Seaside Cafe. It's a nice little business.
Yes, it is. I must agree with you on that. And when's the last time you saw Buck? I mean, alive?
Alive?
No,
Let me saw him alive!
Cry all the time. You're getting on my nerves.
He's lost his brother here.
Well, actually, I just saw him late last night. We went to the movies together. It was a very lovely evening.
Oh, so you didn't see him this morning?
No, just not until I saw him under the table.
Are you two okay? Okay, what you said, Junior, can you help these two out something?
Do you believe me?
Believe you?
That I didn't do it.
Well, this investigation is still young, ma'am. I'm not going to make any comments.
But you don't think I could possibly have done this?
You're not off the hook yet, honey. You could be lying too.
Two? What do you mean two?
Lying? Me? I'm a very ethical person. Just ask anyone in Mayville.
She is good, isn't she? A natural-born actress, I tell you.
She is a very honest person. I think you should just leave her alone now.
At this time, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. Mr. Rogers?
Yes. You can call me Junior.
Junior? Okay. Okay, Junior it is. Junior, how well did you happen to know the victim?
Well, I knew him very well.
And please continue.
Well, you see, it's all about jealousy, actually. A lot to do about jealousy. See, I'm what you might call a genius. I'm an inventor. And, you know, in this town, with Buck and everything, it's very difficult. So, there's many things that I have to do to overcome all the things that, you know, well, his reputation and all. So, you know, I invented the Chia Pet.
Anything else?
Yes, there was a lot of other things that I invented, actually.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah, I invented the clapper.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, clap on,
Clap on. Clap on. Clap on. Clap on. And I guess next you're going to tell me you invented the Thigh Master.
I did invent the Thigh Master, and there's a lot of people here that need it. And not only I'm sorry. Ronco calls me up all the time.
Mr. Ronco calls you personally. Says to see if you come up with something.
You mean to give them other people's ideas?
Those are all mine, all my ideas.
Well, maybe there seems to be some truth in what she says there. Is there anyone out there who can speak for Junior's character?
Oh, I know.
Who?
My friend Harv.
You got a friend?
Yeah, Harv. And if we're out, as long as we're talking out here, Harv, are you out there anywhere, Harv?
Oh, now
Delany.
Well, Buck wanted the whole town to worship him. And I've been dealing with that for years, and it's been a terrible struggle, and you know...
Wait a minute, don't talk like that. I'm trying to get this over.
He wanted the whole town to worship him, you see. And I just wasn't going to let that little punk, you know, ruin my reputation.
Well, that's sure the truth.
Yeah, well, I plan to be famous.
Yeah?
You'll be famous, all right.
Well,
Oh, really?
famous.
What did you plan to do?
Well, as soon as I close my deal on the pocket fisherman.
Buck's pocket fisherman.
That's mine. That is all mine.
He has the patent. I saw it.
Well, it's mine. I'm telling you, it's all mine. So Horace Rogers' pocket fisherman. It's going to be sold everywhere in America.
Buck would never stand for that. Honey, I really don't think he's going to mind.
Poor Buck.
Yeah. Well,
Anything more for me?
not yet.
I'm tired of your comments, Tony. You know, you think you work for the government and represent some decent organization here?
Yeah, you call the Postal Service a decent organization?
Well, apparently, Mr. Rogers, she does.
Well, I think there's other people here that aren't sure about that, actually.
Okay, Junior, there seems to be some question about the authenticity of your invention.
Actually, my inventions are all authentic, and I actually think that the authenticity comes here from this person.
Buck said the pocket fisherman was his idea. Buck has never lied to me.
Yes, he did.
What do you mean?
He lied to you about the will.
What are you talking about?
Why, I overheard him say that he had changed the will over to your name, that you'd be the benefactor, but that's not true. Mother would never allow that.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm afraid he wasn't telling you the truth, Connie. You see, I'm the benefactor.
Hey, I think this is very important information. Y'all better be taking all of this down. Don't you think so? This is really fascinating.
I just can't believe that. Buck assured me my name was on the will.
Oh, he lied to you about a lot of things, Connie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was scum of the earth.
Don't say that about him. I loved him.
You're a fool.
But this gets more interesting as it goes on. I just love a bit of mystery, don't y'all?
Yeah.
What is it that he lied about, Miss O'Toole?
Well, he told me and Jordan that he would throw the race and let us win.
Buck would never throw a race. I don't think.
He was capable of anything. He couldn't be trusted.
Did he really lie to me?
Yes, he did, Connie.
How could he have done that to me?
Oh, so Mr. Delany told you that he would throw the race?
Jordan and I just wanted to win the race just once and win that trophy one time.
Oh, really?
Yes, but we didn't kill him if that's what you're implying.
He didn't throw the race, Rona. He really took you both in.
Oh, shut up, Frank.
When did you say you saw that document?
Oh, leave me alone.
No, $5,000?
Frank, I'm warning you.
No, what's this about the $5,000?
Nothing, just someone has a big mouth, that's all.
Oh, you paid him $5,000 to throw the race, and then he won anyway. And what were you going to do? Call the police?
Oh, I oughta.
What are you going to do? Kill me too?
I did not kill anyone.
My, this is fascinating, isn't it?
Connie, he really hurt you, didn't he?
He told me he loved me. But maybe that was just a lie, too.
I'll get him for this.
Yes.
Someone should kill him.
Kill him.
And that is exactly what one of you have done.
What?
And one of you knows exactly who it is. Do you?
Look, I am not going to tell you again. No, I'm fine. I just can't get to the
Now that's a good liar. She could make you believe anything. Do you see what she's like? Capable of anything.
Like I said, I'll get there when I get there. I don't know when I'll get there. Stop! I'll get there when I get there.
And that temper. Whew. I mean, with a temper like that, she could be explosive.
That's right. The stamps are in the middle drawer, and the coffee's in the back cabinet. And listen, this time only put 2 scoops in the coffee. Last time you made it, it was so dark and bitter it was disgusting. And trust me, I know how to make coffee.
I think you have found your murderer.
Look, I have to go. I'm not going to keep telling this to you. No, there's no number for you to reach me. I will call you. I'm not going to get there by lunchtime. No, I have to go. Can't hear you. I have to go.
She's deceptive, devious, and a very angry person. And I am sure that you will...
Who are you talking to?
Oh, just the members of the society, of course.
Oh, and what are you telling them?
Just the truth. Only the truth.
Oh, so then you're telling them about how you plan to trick Buck into wedlock just to get your little hands on his property?
That's a lie. You can't believe a thing she says. I love Buck.
Is that right? Even if you weren't going to inherit the shop next door?
How can you talk about property at a time like this? I don't care about property. I just want Buck back.
Oh, you see what I mean? Quite the little actress. She's so convincing. She missed her calling. She can really turn it on and turn it off whenever she wants. Oh my goodness, now I'm doing it. I'm talking to them. You two are just getting to me. I can't take it anymore.
It's the highest this has ever been.
Is that all you have to do?
Well, at least I'm keeping myself busy, and it's a lot better than being so rude to people.
Yeah, but all you keep doing is counting all the time. But you don't count loud enough for anyone to hear you. All we hear is...
I'm just counting the cups.
Yeah, but you're not loud enough to know what you're saying. It's like water dripping somewhere in the night in your ear and you can't hear and it drives you crazy. That's you.
But like I said, it's sure better than being rude to people and murdering.
Oh, well, there's a fine line between being rude and just being plain annoying.
And I think you found the line that blends those two together.
Oh, and what does that mean?
I think you know what it means.
Why don't you spell it out for me?
I think I need to spell it out.
Hey, don't you take
Oh, Mr. Delany, that won't be necessary,
But
sir.
she's...
I know what's happening. She's got quite the temper that would provoke anybody. But you, Mr. Delany, I did not know that you were capable of such violence. Oh, very interesting indeed. Rather insightful when you said, didn't you see the way he raised that drink? That doesn't look like it was the first time he's ever done anything like that.
Hey, you got it all wrong. I wouldn't hurt anyone. Isn't that right, Connie?
I don't know what to think anymore.
Well, Mr. Delany, where were you?
I was just in the garage. I had finished Mr. Davis's car. I was just next door.
Yeah, right. I want to believe you, Mr. What? What'd you say?
We think he was just next door.
I was. Honest, I was.
Yeah, well, wait, that's good. But, you know, it's really stupid to leave like this because you have opened yourself up to suspicion. Now, all of these other people were right here. We knew exactly where they were. But when you leave the room, well, then something goes wrong. All fingers point to you, sir.
Yeah, and you. We can all account for our whereabouts the last few minutes, but how about you? How do we know you're not some deranged tourist? I mean, come on, look at that outfit you're wearing.
Oh, really? This outfit happened to have won me the Tacky Tourist Contest, Daytona Beach, 1979.
Yes, I do believe it did, but that doesn't explain how you just happened to be out of that traffic light at the exact same moment that Connie was screaming out the door.
Yeah, that does seem rather odd.
Junior, I don't need your help.
You know, she does have a point here.
How do we know you are who you say you are?
Oh, mercy. I hoped that it wouldn't come to this, but I'm going to have to ask y'all for some help. Would y'all help me a little bit this evening, okay? They are doubting my authenticity. They are doubting my capabilities and my credibilities too. What I want y'all to do, if you think I'm a good guy, I want you to stand up right now. Everybody stand up. That would be stand up on your feet. Y'all don't pay attention much, do you? Okay, yeah. You need to stretch. You need to sit there. Oh, that's getting them settled in the wrong places, most of you. Okay. Now that you're up, I want you to, on the count of 3, if you think that I am, a credible person, I want to hear a round of applause, okay? 1, 2, 3. I knew I was counting on you. Now, see there? Doesn't that prove something? So
No, that was the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, almost the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen.
Mr. Delany, hopefully nothing will develop that will put your character to any further risk, but will you please stay seated and stay here with us? That's all I ask you. Oh, and please don't go anywhere until we finish the investigation.
I'm sorry, I just didn't think.
Exactly. Now I have some rather interesting information for you folks. Now I'm sure you want to write all this down because are your pencils ready? This is very important stuff I have for you out here. You won't want to miss a thing. I assure you, first of all, let's start with the will. Miss Marshall, I'm afraid that Mr. Delany did lie to you. You were not designated in the will whatsoever. In case he is a timely death, he had it written down that everything he owned, lock, stock, and barrel, would go to his big brother.
Well, maybe he hadn't gotten around to changing it yet.
Yeah, well, newsflash, he changed it last week. Actually, he even put a stipulation in it when he changed it last week that even if he had children at his untimely death, that they would get nothing and everything would go to this Delany here.
Obviously, he suspected something.
This has gone far enough. I would never do anything to hurt Buck. I loved him. We were going to be married.
Excuse me, people out there, I know you're out there. You should be paying very close attention because if there's a talent agent out there anywhere, watch her. She could really make you a fortune.
I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Miss O'Toole, I just have to have an update for you too, sweetie.
Really? Like what?
I have verified that a $5,000 withdrawal from your account was deposited in the account of the deceased Mr. Buck Delany just prior to the county fair. What do you think about that?
Merely a coincidence.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I don't think so. That cashier's check, honey, was written to Buck Delany from you.
Okay, so I paid him $5 grand. What does that prove?
It proves that you lied, that's all.
No. Well, tell me, was that money for him to throw the rest?
Well, what if it was? Does that mean I killed him?
Well, I'm just trying to establish intent, Miss O'Toole.
Well,
Wow. Lost for words? Oh, what a shame.
And Mr. Delany, I had a chat with your mama, too.
Really?
Yeah. Would you say that you or your mother understands you?
I tell her everything.
Well, she told me that you were quite upset when you discovered that Connie became interested in your brother.
Well, it was so sudden.
Sudden, you say? Huh. Rage is the word that your mother used to describe your emotions.
Rage is such a strong word. I'm usually not that emotional.
not that emotional. Frank, you cry all the time. I'd hate to see you when you were emotional.
Did I get it right, Miss Mrs. Delany, did you not tell me that you called it, is it rage? Is that right? Miss Delany, I know you have that somewhere. Oh, yes. God bless you. I'm sorry. Please tell us why Connie was interested in Buck's shop.
Buck's shop?
She planned to open a huge strip mall.
So Connie wanted to open up a huge strip mall and told you that he would help her accomplish that?
Yes, she did.
Miss Delany was about planning to open up a huge strip mall.
Oh, she's the one who didn't give me time.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're the one who did it after all. Why don't you just admit it?
Duet, thank you, honey, as well. You were very helpful.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for the huge vote of confidence. What a friend. This whole strip mall thing has been blown completely out of proportion. It's really just a win.
Well, let me see. I have one more piece of information to share with you kind folks. I had the opportunity to investigate Mr. Buck Delany's safe. In fact, the door was wide open, and there was no patent for the pocket fisherman in there, no sign of it.
Well, of course not. That patent for the pocket fisherman is mine. Why would it be in the safe?
I am sure I saw that patent. It was just a couple of days ago.
Wow, you've been sure a lot of things today, haven't you, Connie?
But, Mr. Rogers, newsflash, old buddy, you know that ratty old Ford pick-em-up truck you got out back there? Your truck. I saw it on the front seat of that ratty old Ford pick-em-up truck, and it had Buck's name on it as the holder of the patent for the pocket fisherman.
That's a lie. It's a forgery. That patent is mine.
And I'm afraid you're wrong, Mr. Rogers.
Huh. I don't think so. It's just not fair. That old Buck guy gets credit for everything.
Yeah, I know this comes as a great shock to you, sir. I know how much you were counting on this big deal.
You cannot imagine how much I was counting on that.
You see, I do know what I speak.
Spoken like a true actress.
So there you have it.
What do you mean?
Well, it means any one of you could be tied to this unfortunate event. Madam?
You don't think that I...
Oh, shut up, Frank. I mean, we need to be patient and cooperate with the inspector.
Yeah, right. That just sounded a little bit too rehearsed.
I don't know. I think it might be a good idea for us to do that.
Well, one more little newsflash for you
to the...
It's gone, isn't it? Well, you know, I figured that the hammer was the murder weapon. That sounds reasonable since it was laying beside the deceased. So I took the liberty of going and having that hammer dusted for fingerprints so I could determine who had touched the hammer. It's my guess that it certainly was the murder weapon.
I thought you told none of us to touch that.
And it was just as I thought.
What is it? What did you find out?
You know, my fingerprints were all over it. I used it in the garage. What does that mean?
I don't know, but I think that's the same hammer I used to hang the bulletin board in the post office last week.
And I just used it to hang a new calendar.
I doubt if my fingerprints were on it.
Well, you have all touched this hammer recently.
On second thought, I actually picked up the hammer and I used it to pry open that thing.
So you see, it could have been any one of you.
I'm so glad you've been able to narrow it down for us. I mean, come on. Any of them or us could have figured it out on our own.
I think he's doing an excellent job.
I'm not so sure I actually know what's going on here anyway.
Okay, so we've all touched the hammer. What does that mean?
Well, nothing really, and then really everything.
What?
So your job is becoming more challenging out here, I'm sure. There are clues everywhere, laying around the table. People are giving them out in your booklet. These, you may ask questions a little later of each one of these suspects. A couple of questions will do, so be thinking about what that might be, okay? Well, I guess that we better get started. You will need to stay right here. I'm going to take a few minutes off to myself, and I'll be right back. Maybe I won't leave just yet.
Well, we need you to do something.
How long do we have to wait?
Oh, about 15 minutes probably. That'll do. And then I'll be right back. Bring up the lights, folks, so they can see. I believe we're going to call this intermission. If you need further direction from me, I look forward to chatting with y'all. Isn't this exciting and so much fun? We'll be right back right here in 15 minutes. Thank you. Yes, sir. Well, how you doing? Good. Yes, sir. Yeah, they're all here on stage, and we do have some crazy things going on here. I just can't imagine. Yes, sir. Well, no, sir, I don't want to come back to society to work out and enjoy this retired life. Okay? Yes, well, I appreciate the good words. Yeah. Y'all take care now. Okay, bye-bye. Where were we?
You were just about to tell us which one of those three did it.
Which one of us three? You sure seem awfully sure of yourself, Miss O'Toole. Seems to me you're hiding something.
Oh, I know. She's hiding something.
I have nothing to hide.
There's that temper again. She is a very angry person.
Yeah, that's sure the truth.
No, I am not an angry person. I just get irritated when I'm surrounded by annoying and idiot people.
Well, I've always found Buck over there to be annoying.
Oh, who asked you?
Excuse me. I think it's time that we get this investigation on the roll.
I, for one, would love to get this going.
Shouldn't we be doing something with Buck?
Now, we've got to leave that to the authorities, ma'am.
Yeah, where are they anyway?
Well, you know Stan, he always tries to do too much.
Well, apparently not doing much today.
Yeah, well, how y'all doing out there? You haven't figured out yet? went around and asked a few people, and I don't think anybody's quite sure who that person is that did this murder. If you'd like me, you've got a lot of questions. So I'm going to open it up to questions. So if you've got a question, I'd like you to stand up, raise your hand, and speak loudly. Rona, you were seen right down the alley earlier this morning and was going off to the post office. Why?
Oh, I forgot my keys. So I had to go back and get them, so I was running real fast because I really needed a cup of coffee, and then I came back.
You have spare keys.
For what? No,
Thank you, sir. So that was a good question. Yes, sir, over here.
How do we know the gentleman is dead?
Would I lie to you? Next question over here. Well, you're nosy. Yes, ma'am.
Does your temper ever get the best of you?
You talking to me?
You're wrong, not you.
What was the question?
Does your temper ever get the best of you?
I am so sick and tired of people saying that I have a temper. I do not have a temper. You know what? Where's that, excuse me, where's that hammer?
No.
Because the next person that asks me that question is... Don't ask that again.
Oh, have mercy. Yes, sir.
Frank, what was it like working for your younger brother?
Frank, what was it like working for your younger brother?
Well, actually we work together. Like you said, he's the mechanic, I'm the body person, so it works good. It wasn't a problem.
Yes, sir, in the back over there. Speak up, sir.
Junior, did you pay Frank to get you the combination to the safe?
Hey, Frank, that check that I got, those were for car repairs.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Junior,
Yes?
why did you give Frank $300?
Like I said earlier, that check that I got, it was for car
That
repairs.
sounds legitimate to me. Yeah, oh, yes, sir.
Connie, did you break up with Frank when you discovered that he was not the owner of the shop?
No. Like I said, it just wasn't meant to be. I love Buck.
Another question over here. Yes, in the back.
Connie, did Buck know about your plans to open up that strip mall?
We had talked about it. I don't know that he knew how far I had taken the plans, but, you know.
Oh, okay, I think we have time for one more. This little lady right over here. Yes, ma'am.
Frank, why do you think Connie broke up with you?
Well, like I said, Buck's got this personality, and he's how everybody worships him, and I think he just charmed her. But deep down inside, I think she still loves me. I have a question.
You've got a question? I'm terribly sorry. It's their turn.
I just really thought maybe.
Yeah. Okay. One more question from the audience. I'm sorry. Way in the back. Can you speak up, sir?
I've come a long way to see this play here.
Yeah.
Scotland Yard, as a matter of fact. I've got it narrowed down to just two people. Unfortunately, you're one of them.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, your questions were very thoughtful, yes, and it's very refreshing to see such astute and intelligent people, well-trained minds. It really makes me miss my old days back in the society, professional society. I want to thank all of you for a special evening, and you've been simply wonderful. Now, I hate to have it come down to the end. I guess I miss those days. So, thank you so very much.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your special little moment with these people, but can we please get on with this?
Well, certainly. You are right. We all have a job to do here. Let's get on with it.
Excuse me too, actually.
Hello?
Well, wouldn't be this a good time to... I can ask a question?
Yeah, well, okay, go ahead. Yes, I'm sorry, Junior.
I was at, I want to ask a question, see?
Yeah.
Because we're all here. If maybe the mayor was here. Is the mayor out there anywhere? Because, you know, the mayor was very close to the Buck Delany family.
Mayor?
Yes, I'm here. Right here.
Now, Mr. Old Mayor, Mr. Mayor, could you please shed some light on the situation?
Yes, Mr. Stein. That is what you said his name was?
It is Mr. Stein.
Okay, Mr. Stein, we'd appreciate some insight on your part. Now, would you please speak up for this situation? Would you mind answering a couple of questions?
I'd be happy to.
I thought so. From your perspective, what kind of person was Buck Delany, Mayor?
He was an absolutely honorable man and a wonderful person.
Well, that is so kind of you to say those words for him, sir. And tell me this, I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm going to ask you, sir, which one of these four people up here do you think would have a motive to create such a crime?
I think I know! But any one of them has a motive to murder that man.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
You're entirely welcome.
Thank you, sir. You can sit down now, Shorty. It's my show. Well, okay, there you have it, straight from the mayor's mouth. There is no more evidence to share. The only thing we have to do now is to put all this together, get your creative juices going. There's no more evidence to share. So I'm going to have to give you about 10 minutes to process everything that's going on here. And at the end of that 10 minutes, we're going to determine who the murderer is. And as a matter, we'll turn it over to the local police. Okay? I don't know about you, but I need my own space to think things like this out. So I'm going to take a little time back here in the back room. And I expect you all to be here when I get back.
But this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Do I have your cooperation, please?
I'll be here if that's what you mean.
That's what I mean. I can count on you, right?
I'll be right here. I'll do anything to find out who did this horrible thing to Buck.
Right on cue as always.
Oh, stop that. Just leave her alone already.
And
I'm
Mr.
in the
Delany?
liberation, actually. I want you to know that. I want to see how this whole thing turns out.
Mr. Delany, what about you?
I'm fine. I just want this to get over with, okay? Let's
Okay.
wrap this up.
10 minutes.
Well, according to my watch, it's been 10 minutes already.
Are you always right about everything?
Usually.
Well, this time you got caught.
And I don't know what you mean.
Just wait. They see right through you.
Oh, yeah, and what is it that they see?
That you brutally took Buck away from me, that's what.
Oh, yes, there you go again. Your last dramatic attempt to shift the guilt from you to someone else. Very clever, but extremely overdone. I think these people are smarter than that.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think I do, and you do too.
You know, I'm going to go get him. I don't think I can take any more of this.
That won't be necessary,
Okay.
sir.
I was just going to get to you. You know, 10 minutes is up. Let's get this thing over with.
Well, it must be running a little slow here according to my watch. I had 10 more seconds for crying out loud.
My watch is on time. People depend on me to deliver the mail on time. We are now 1 minute past our appointed deadline. The UK
Thank you very much. Well, I'm afraid it's time to move on. We've gathered all the clues, you've heard all the questions, and now it's time to move on. Are you guys set? Okay, we've heard some observations from out there. A lot of folks think that I'm the guilty party, but you'll find out about that too. I'll place my hand over each one of these people's head, and if you will clap, and that's how we're going to tell who the guilty party is. The person who you think did this will have the most applause. Shall we get started?
You mean they're going to vote?
Yeah,
I'm not so sure I like this.
Oh, that's because you're just beginning to realize the implications of what you've done.
And no, that's not it. It's just the last time I did something like this, I ended up the winner and the homecoming queen.
Oh, and a beautiful queen you were too.
Thank you, Frank, but I'm really not interested in winning this little contest. I mean, I've always been so popular that I'm afraid they won't be able to be impartial. I mean, people are just naturally drawn to me.
Can you believe her ego is huge?
Well, Miss Marshall, I can assure you that this is not a popularity contest by no means, and our members here will be everything in their power to be impartial and completely focus on the facts.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Now, just have a seat. Frank,
But
you sit over here.
why do I have to be in the first seat?
Oh, I don't know, but it makes a whole lot of difference.
Well, it doesn't make a difference. I'll sit on the other side of
Oh, you're
Connie.
crying out loud, big baby. I'll sit in the first seat.
Thank you, Rona. That was very decent of you.
That means I have to be last and everything. I don't want to be last.
Well, just sit down.
Hey, Inspector.
Okay, you know the drill. We'll start with Miss O'Toole. If you believe Miss O'Toole to be the guilty party, we need to hear a round of applause.
You're all fools. You were taken in by all of this. I thought you said they were smarter than this.
Please, shall we proceed?
Please, don't let me stop you.
Now, how about Miss Marsh?
Do this to my future husband?
This is simply ridiculous. It will never stand up in a court of law.
I don't think we're finished. Now, how about Mr. Delany?
I knew Mr. Rona.
And now, Junior Rogers. Well, folks, I guess that does it. We have our murderer.
See, I told you she was going to go postal.
Oh,
I hate to disappoint you, but
What?
Rona
What is that?
can't lay a hand on me.
see, I told you.
Who's that?
Look at his feet.
Wait. Look, his feet are moving.
Oh my goodness.
Are you under there? What? Are you alive?
What?
Sure, I'm fine, Connie. I think so. I just got this nasty lump on my head.
Oh, mercy. I do believe we have overlooked a very important piece of information here.
That's right. Nobody checked the body.
He wouldn't let us. Somebody said it was against the law.
I tried to tell him to let us to check the body.
Well, I just feel terrible about this. How could I overlook such a thing? I mean, such an important piece of evidence, but oh, God, I must be getting old. Oh, I must stay on vacation. This is so embarrassing.
Well, you just had to give us a chance to check.
Connie, wake up. Please, wake up.
Can I get going? I am terribly late.
Don't you want to hear what happened? crying out loud.
No, I don't care.
Well, I care a lot about this. You know, you put us through a lot today.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think I have a pretty good idea what happened here.
Well, Mr. Delany, can you please share that little information with us?
Well, I came in here very early this morning to work on Rob Mitchell's car because I had a nice 57 Chevy that I wanted to get working on today to get that motor going.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as I came in here to the cafe, I bumped into the table, and the table was loose. And you know, I like to fix things, so I went back to my shop, got my screwdriver, my hammer, and a shim. I came back underneath the table, went to go put the shim in and the hammer, and someone came in and bam, I was out.
Oh, my word. This is totally amazing.
Yeah, but I feel like such an idiot to go through all of this and the whole time you were laying there with a bump on your head?
You mean to say that you were unconscious all the time?
Not exactly.
What do you mean exactly?
Well, I woke up some time ago, and you know, you were all saying such interesting things about me. I just didn't want to spoil it, so I had to hear to see what would happen.
We've been hoodwinked.
So you heard the whole thing?
Well, not the whole thing. Just when Mr. McBride came in.
That was an hour ago.
Oh, well, you know, it's really hard to lay there still for that long.
Mr. Delany, oh, that was extremely deceptive of you. How could you have possibly put these people through such agony, and the one that you're supposed to love? It was obvious the pain that was being felt here. Oh, how could you do that?
Well, again, it's not every day you get to see something like this.
You're right about that.
You won't have to, Connie.
What do you mean?
He heard everything.
Everything? What are you talking about?
Connie, he was faking it. He heard you the whole time. Everything you had to say, he heard it.
Buck, is this true?
Yes, it's true. It was so interesting, Connie. I just didn't want to interrupt.
But didn't you hear what I was going through? How did you do that to me?
I just had to see how it would all turn out.
That was a really mean thing to do. All the pain?
Connie,
Hey, well, who are you?
I might be able to
Inspector, this is our entire police force.
Well, I expect a little bit more than that.
as soon as I heard the message.
Yeah?
Murder, huh?
Well, yeah.
I think we're all the
We
victims.
are all the victims.
I will get to the bottom of this. First, I need a full explanation of what happened here.
I don't think any of us have time for this.
Rona, I was counting on you for a little support here.
Coop, why don't you go on back to the fishing hole and catch that big fish?
Yeah, Coop.
Yeah.
I got a call about a crime here at Connie's Seaside Cafe.
You know, it was all a big misunderstanding. Connie, she thought I was dead.
Is that true, Connie?
Yes, it's true. He's not dead, but he may need medical assistance in a few minutes.
She's a little steamed right now. Let's give her a little time. She'll be okay. Well, if you're all sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all sure, too. Thank you, brother.
Back to the office. We're back to now.
See you back at the fishing hole.
All right.
How about that pocket fisherman? You got it with you?
You got it, Coop. Thank you, brother. All right, well, I think I'll be getting on back to my vacation.
Wait just a time-taking minute. You can't just leave like that.
Like what?
Well, you got us all stirred up, and what about them?
Well, you're right. How thoughtless of me. It appears that there has been a big mistake, and this is all over. I apologize. With all of my years of training in the high society of inspectors, I never would have thought it would come down to this, but I guess I'm just getting a little too old for this. But I do appreciate y'all being a part of it here tonight, and I'm glad you came. It's been real nice. Y'all been a wonderful group. And as far as you folks here, Mr. Delany, I know you're going to find a little sweet little girl one of these days, settle down, And Mr. Rogers, you are a very bright man. Not many people think so, but I think you're convinced. Junior, you're also a good man, and you're going to do all right. And bless your heart, son. And Miss O'Toole, forget it. Miss Marshall, lovely little shop here. You're going to do well. And you, Mr. Delany, you are a naughty, naughty boy. Thank you. God bless y'all. Have a great life.
Just like that, he's gone.
Hello? Anyone here? I'm waiting on my car.
Oh, that's Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis, I'll be right there. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta get back to work.
How can you just leave?
Well, I gotta get back at it too. My head's just been spinning after all this. I've got inventions, amazing things to create.
Wait a minute, are you just going to leave after all that we've been through?
Rona, don't you have some mail to deliver?
Well, I do, but I just can't leave without...
Well, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. We just all went through so much, it just seems like we should do something. I don't know. Okay, well, I do have some letters to get out. Well, you know what? Maybe we can all get together sometime and talk this over.
Catch you later.
All right,
We'll
call
see you
me.
later.
Maybe, call me.
Yeah, see you. Well, I guess I better get back to Mr. Mitchell's car. Connie, will you forgive me?
I'm just so glad you're alive. Will you forgive me?
Forgive you?
You heard everything. You know, all that I have planned.
Connie, it's okay to have dreams, but just let me in on it.
I will. I promise I will. I do love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
But don't ever do anything like this again. You got it?
I got it, honey.
Now, where outside? Oh, yes. Coffee and fresh rolls.